Yes, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Stephen Howson, 5 things we learned. Manchester United, Barcelona last night at the new camp. And we come away disappointed with only picking up a point in the new camp, which is an incredible change in this football club. And I think Erik ten Hag needs all the credit. I'm absolutely delighted with him as our gaffer. The 11 on paper that we played last night, Luke Shaw going up against Lewandowski, shouldn't have been a thing. Fred, starting Weghorst, Sancho, that's not exactly in greatest of shape. Wan-Bissaka. 6 months ago, these players were done, and the thought of playing Luke Shaw as a centre-half in a 2, we've seen him in a 3 and he was good, but in a 2, it's a different ball game altogether. Let's kick it off with Marcus Rashford. Marcus can't be stopped. Marcus cannot be stopped. He is the most informed player in world football. Simple. He is a constant threat. And what he's added to his game, I don't really count last season because he was so far off the pace, but what he's added to his game, which he didn't really have even when he was playing well prior to last season, was the ability to just blast past someone, beat him with a trick. He didn't really have that. He's got that now. 14 goals in his last 16 games is outrageous. Undroppable, irreplaceable, whatever other adjectives you want to throw at him, I'll co-sign him. Constant danger. Probably should have had a free kick. If it was a free kick, it's probably a card. With what happened with Kunde. Running out of words to talk about the guy. He's incredible. Number 2, Relentless Fred. Again, another person that's been absolutely hammered, and ultimately I'm not sure Fred's a constant starter for United, but if he comes in for the occasional cameo and he can be relied upon, sweet. Energy and tenacity, because he doesn't bring quality. You've got to be honest about this here, right? He brings energy, he brings tenacity, the quality, not so much. But he put in a monstrous second half performance. He was better on the ball, I think it's worth saying. Great assist for Marcus. Relentless and a big part of the result that we got last night. Number 3, surprise tactic. We've seen flashes of this as the season sort of gone on. Increasingly see Bruno popped off over to the right for his crossing ability. We saw Marcus down the middle. I mean, I got my 11 correct, but I got them all wrong in the positions that they played, the forward 4 at least. Bruno on the right, Weghorst in the 10, Marcus down the centre, which was so effective, getting in behind Barcelona. I think it would have still been effective on the left, in all honesty, but yeah, bit of a surprise. Something for them to deal with. And then Sancho on the left-hand side. Different. Mixing it up. Nice tactical tweak following on from the Leeds game. Weghorst worked hard on link play, but you ain't going to get golden opportunities like the one he got there in the new camp. And he's boshed it straight at the keeper. Probably on target. Can't get too mad. But yeah, you probably want to see him at the net there. Bruno's final ball, deadly. I actually mentioned something to the paddock players in the middle of the game, actually. There's this little flick that he keeps doing. He lost the ball for it in the game against Leeds last week. He tries to do these little round the corner flicks on the halfway line when he plays off the right-hand side. And I don't know if they're ever on, and he seems to lose the ball frequently doing that. I don't like that little trick from him. I really don't. So I want him to try to stop that. Number 4, missed chance. We created enough to win the game, and it feels like an opportunity missed. We could be even more clinical in certain spots for sure. Rashford had opportunities, Sancho had opportunities, Weghorst had opportunities. We got to score when we can and be clinical against this level of opposition. And Ten Hag's acknowledged that we probably could and should have scored a hell of a lot more than we did. I'm taking it though, because taking a draw back to Old Trafford, getting Martinez back, having Sabitzer in the team, I think United will be a lot better. It's a great draw, but they were there for the taking. You could have made it very easy for Old Trafford, and obviously you got to remember that game is days before we go and play Newcastle in the EFL Cup final. So I definitely think it was an opportunity missed for us. And number 5, all to play for. When we were drawn against Barcelona and you start watching them and you start having a think, and I try and be as objective as possible. Am I biased? You better believe it, right? I am unapologetically biased. But I like to try and be objective on a game-by-game basis. And Barcelona, the form they were in, how few they concede at home, not in Europe, but certainly in the league. I just didn't think, without having Martinez, lacking Eriksen, or Sabitzer in the middle, Sancho's not quite firing yet, all of those things, and you think, I'm the biggest red in the world, in my head at least. I just don't see how we get the job done tonight. But we were so close to getting the job done. At 2-2, back at Old Trafford, Martinez back in the team, Pedri's injured, no Gavi in the second leg, Busquets still out, Martinez is back, Sabitzer's back. The confidence we will have got from the chances that we created against them, you better believe I fancy our chances. And it's definitely all to play for. You beat Barcelona, you're the favourites. Old Trafford has become a fortress under Ten Hag. We are going through. Huge opportunity for us. Chance to take out the other best team in the competition. Ten Hag, to me, looks like he's got the edge on Xavi in this one. At least psychologically going into this game. Man, I cannot wait. Absolutely bring it on. Bring it on. We can get a victory against Leicester this week, bounce into the Barcelona game, smack them around, go into Newcastle, beat Newcastle. What a 3 games we're going to have on our hands. And if Arsenal drop even more points, you better believe we're going to be there to pick that up as well. Damn good time to be a Red. Really proud of that performance last night. Excited for what the future brings. And I'm just talking the immediate future, let alone what happens. I mean, tomorrow, Friday today, is the deadline for the Qatari investment bids, and I guess everyone's bids. But it looks like Qatari might have edged their noses in front of everyone. Today's the deadline for all the bids to go in. We might have a new owner by the end of the season, and we've got a manager that's going to do an absolute madness. Like I said on the review last night, Manchester United are back to ruin your life. Fucking mint. See you in a bit. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.